my gosh, I'm so sweaty. Okay. We're starting.
Ajá.
Vale. Buenos días. Willkommen. Welcome. Ni hao. Says hello. Whatever. Willkommen. German. Welcome to the next episode of Wurst Fire Podcast. Oops, sorry for moving the TV. Our laptop. Sorry. It's Sunday afternoon and it's really hot outside. I need some air. Anyways, shall we start? Please send us inputs or comments or anything. I still can't believe you're watching this. Episode number 11. Thank you.
We've gone above and beyond the Call of Duty
with us.
This is so much more than you could have ever imagined or experienced.
Our first
You are so lucky, our children, to get to see us.
I don't know if we'll even be able to be saved until then. Because if children are created in a womb, I just saw crazy, really crazy, scary, nuts post about China creating labs that would create babies in wombs, in like robot wombs kind of thing. And I'm just like, I hope I'm so dead, and I hope my kids are so dead when that actually happens, because that's not how it was intended. It was intended to be like, naturally.
Well,
if you don't know, I'm pregnant right now. I'm 35 weeks pregnant. That's why I rub my stomach awkwardly.
In the year 2022, it's normal to have a baby in your belly for how many weeks?
40.
40 weeks.
Más o menos.
Unlike Jackie Chan, who was in his mom's belly.
He was not in his mom's belly for
12. For 12 months.
Stop it. No. Makes me so mad.
And then he got so tough.
What's the most epic way you've seen someone quit or be fired? I haven't seen anyone being quit or fired.
I'm trying to think. Fired means you get axed.
Laid off.
You get kicked off from your job. Your boss says, no more of this. You're not working here anymore. Ow. And the
most epic way, I got fired pretty. No, I quit.
I've never been fired. Well, how did you quit? Did you quit in an epic way?
No.
What were you doing?
I gave them a lot of... I was 20 and I worked in a 21. I was working at Tapas Bar and gave them like a month notice. And ever since I gave my notice, he was just the nicest. I'm being sarcastic, nicest. He
was mean.
An a-hole. High 10.
A booty hole.
He was so mean. And my last day, I was just like, never see you again. Anyways, but it's not an epic way to quit or be fired, so. I haven't seen anyone get fired like this.
In this day and age.
It's not like, in the movies they get fired all the time, but that's in America. America, everything's possible.
In Europe, you get like.
You can't really get fired.
Everything's more structured. The way it goes down.
Yeah.
In the future, will you even have jobs, or is everything just paid for by the government?
Oh gosh.
By the giant companies who tell you where you're allowed to go and what you're allowed to do and where you're allowed to go.
I hope I'm dead by then too.
Or maybe it's post-apocalyptic.
No.
And then you're just fighting for water. You have a bean farm selling stuff to people, passerbys, fighting off raiders trying to steal your beans. All right.
Like Jack and the beans, or are you actually talking about eatable beans?
Beans for eating. What else could you grow something else? Anyways, if you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to? I mean, I can think of so many things I wish I wouldn't get in trouble for. Do you understand the question?
Shopping?
Shopping?
I could just go in the store and...
You mean shoplifting? Like you could steal anything you want?
Yeah, I think that would be the thing.
And you'll never get in trouble for it?
Like, of course, it has to be like under €100 or something. Like a little bit of a.
What, baby? It could be
really.
anything.
So I can just go in a Mac store and just buy like an Apple store and steal a MacBook Air for like.
If that's what you want,
Okay, then
you
that's
are
what I
immune.
want.
You're allowed
I'm
to take anything you want.
I can go in any store and get anything I want, and I will not get in trouble. That would be amazing. Actually, that would be so sad because then you would do it a few times and you'd be like, eh.
Okay. That's very selfish of you. Mine would be preaching the gospel.
So, no, look like it sounds so unsure. I cannot believe it. Wow, mega Christian right here.
And then I'd go to the most closed country in the
We'll
world.
stop right here because I'm such a selfish person.
I'd go to
I can't believe you. Oh my gosh.
And you could preach the gospel. That would, like, if you were immune,
Oh my gosh.
that you would know that that's your calling.
You make me feel like
every single day
S.
for the rest of your life. It would be. What if?
I still stand.
Why don't you should have made it adopting children from North Korea or something? You can just walk into North Korea and pick children out.
Well, that was not what I thought. Like,
yeah, I know you were thinking about stealing computers. You want a new MacBook?
You know what? I would steal computers and then I would sell them and then I would save all the children. Such a jerk.
Okay.
My gosh, I cannot believe.
It's a good way to figure it out.
It's unbelievable.
Just in case you're wondering.
I just want to know from everyone watching this, would you have said, preach the gospel as a super Christian?
Okay, don't make fun of me. Maybe the kids in the future don't even know what the gospel is. The God who created the world loves you, but we blew it. We all have sinned, fall short of the glory.
Over and over
Jesus
again.
died for us to reconcile our relationship with Him. Are you even allowed? Are they allowed to? Maybe in the future, nope, it's illegal for everybody to hear about Jesus. Because the Antichrist is running things.
The freaking Chinese hear about Jesus right now through... Sorry, I love the Chinese. The Chinese hear about Jesus through computer games. So chill your life. There will be the gospel. What movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of? At the moment, that's Sense and Sensibility from Jane Austen. Or like any movie from Jane Austen.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you're going to say the Christ Redemption or whatever? Is that super Christian?
The Passion.
The Passion, yes.
I'm just going to watch that movie every day.
Liar. What's the movie you could watch over and over again?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Okay, wow. This episode is just, wow, next level. Next question. Dragon Ball, really?
Dragon Ball Evolution. The greatest movie ever made. I suggest you torrent it or look it up.
I suggest you will not waste your time.
Don't waste your time on Sense and Sensibility.
That's actually people who live like this? Okay,
No.
Dragon Ball.
If you want to see the absolute lowest depths of humanity ever recorded...
Jay, you're making me so angry. Can you just please...
These Jane Austen concoctions.
So it's gonna be separated now by my fan. Where do you get your news? I don't watch news.
That's what. So where do you get it then?
I don't.
How do you know anything that's happening in the world?
Instagram, because you send me weird things. Or my brother actually on Stigma because he sends me weird things.
Probably Matthias.
Yeah.
And it's all terrible. It's all horrible. I read stuff from Epoch Times. Shout out to Epoch Times.
That's only because you signed up and they sent us email.
I don't even know who signed us up.
You know what? You're making me so mad this episode because you're like the super Christian. What? And now you're reading Epoch Times and you're so smart.
I listen to Epoch Times. I listen to...
oh my gosh. You know what?
No, this is for remember the audience. This is for the kids in the future. This isn't you versus me. We're a team trying to do a service. We're providing a service to the kids in the future. You can't trust the media, first of all. So you want a smattering of content from across the board. But if you listen to the news, you just get brainwashed anyways, I think.
True.
I don't listen to any mainstream news.
I agree.
In my opinion.
What social media? So what do you listen to? Podcasts on YouTube?
Also, I like to hear what Patrick Bet-David has to say because he looks at both sides a lot and has an interesting opinion.
That's true.
Or perspective on things. We don't watch TV, so...
No, we only watch Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
What social stigma does society need to get over?
Breastfeeding in public. What?
I think society's over it.
What do you mean?
Like, they're not offended. Who's offended by a woman breastfeeding in public?
Are you offended by breastfeeding in public? You should get over it.
Well, I like to cover up, but I think everyone should do whatever they want.
Really?
Or comfortable with. Can we not talk about this?
Can you think that was just the first... Is that even a stigma? I don't know. What else? A stigma.
I don't even know what that means.
In the future, is your life full of stigmas? A stigma is when society, like, it's kind of an unwritten rule, but people are like, well, we don't do that. That's not cool. Oh, like, I saw somebody.
So, Germany.
I saw somebody doing and then,
sorry, I love Germany. Don't want to live there.
And then the person doing it, like, feels self-conscious, but maybe they're from a different country and culture, and they don't even know that it's wrong what they're doing. Like, I've probably done that a lot. Not breastfed. But
Oh, you mean when you wear Aussie clothes to parents' teachings?
did I?
Parent-teacher meetings? Like yesterday, you could have looked a little nicer.
There were no teachers there.
Yeah,
It
but you
was
looked
just
still...
parents. I look good.
Vale.
Okay, so that's a stigma that I think should be broken. This whole, like, dressing super nice thing in Germany.
Not even
where
dressing
German
super
people,
nice.
they're like, oh, I have a hole in my pants. I can't wear them anymore. I have to
think
wear a
there's nothing
button-up
wrong with-
shirt. I have to have these nice shoes, and I have to do my hair to go
Yeah,
outside.
there's a little bit of self-respect, okay?
No, people should be dressing like garbage at all times and not give a rip. How do you guys dress in the future? Do people care how you dress? Can you do the thing where you walk into your computer program room and it'll put anything you want on you? It'll cause it to, like, show up on your body. If it's Mad Max post-apocalyptic, though, for them, maybe they're dressed in animal skins and whatever clothing that they were able to...
You mean
to
Katniss
scrounge.
Evergreen? No, what's...
No. No.
That's post-apocalyptic.
No.
I like... What is it? Oh, the
No.
Hunger Games. The Hunger Games.
No. We do not mention that
What's wrong but sounds right?
in this family. We don't talk about that.
Katniss Evergreen,
Shut it.
and Hunger Games. Woo!
That's the worst,
I forgot the question.
man.
What's wrong but sounds right?
Katniss Evergreen. Super wrong. The worst.
What's wrong but sounds
If
right?
you guys want to know a little something extra about me, your granddaddy, I used to read fiction books, and then I read these books that had this specific character in it, whose name we're not going to mention again.
Katniss Evergreen.
And I stopped reading fiction altogether after reading those books. And I've maybe read, I've read, like, I don't read novel series anymore because of that, that's for sure.
Oh, well.
What's wrong but sounds right?
Dinosaurs.
The F word.
Yeah, cussing.
Cussing's wrong, but it sounds right. Sometimes.
La última.
That means they're the last one. What's the most creative use of emojis you've ever seen? Well, just in case, in the world in the future, you guys don't have to type anything anymore. In this day and age, when you send a message to somebody, you have to type it with your hands on your phone. And then there's these other options, which are these little pictures or faces that you can add to what you typed into the words that you used your physical hands to type into the message. And then you sent it via your personal messaging device to someone else's personal messaging device so that they could read it and understand what you mean. And you can use these little pictures and caricatures and faces
Yeah, we're good in speaking today.
to show something that you're feeling. And I have to admit that I'm the best. The best use I've ever seen.
Super Christian.
Is me.
Super emoji user, you know.
Baby, what do
You're
you...
just amazing, man. Holy...
Because here...
How did I get to be married
I've managed...
to you?
You can send me a message. Yeah, how are you so lucky to be the mother of my 3 children, to get to be...
You are great, but...
I can sum up everything I want to say to you with one emoji.
Which
a good chunk of the time, which is usually the fire emoji. I'll just send a fire emoji. And I'm like, I don't have the time to write everything that I feel about this. And the more I feel it, just the more fire emojis I put. Or, which is just a flame. It's like a little fire.
Vale, let's wrap this up.
No, you didn't even answer the question.
I don't know. I think the emoji I use the most, but...
The winky tongue emoji?
Yeah, but I feel like...
That's not... Okay, but we're supposed to think of something creative.
I know. I haven't... People I talk to don't really use... Well, they use emojis, but they're not 14.
I use the strong arm and fire emoji to say that something's like fuerte, like it's got a lot of power and it's kind of like a fire punch. Or you can use the fist punch emoji, which in this day and age, if you send someone the fist emoji, it means fist bump, which is a way of being like cool. It doesn't mean I'm gonna punch you in the face. And then you put some fire on it to make it have. It's like, yeah, that's sick. What else?
I can't think of anything because I don't have 14-year-old friends.
Eva Christine, I don't have 14-year-old friends either. Are you just saying me and all my friends act like we're 14?
Maybe.
Turns out I'm 34. And at this time, 34 years old, which to you guys now who are living, who knows how many hundred of years. Did it just stop recording because we ran out of space? No, it didn't.
We have to say bye because we're running out of space. Thank you for watching.
My computer on this old 2015 MacBook Pro, always running out of space.
And until next time.
No.
We're done, hon. Who wants to watch a 17-minute long video? God, I'm sleeping.
Our dedicated fans
I know.
who think we're so amazing. Our great-great-grandkids.
Bye.
Who are like, I just can't get enough of great-grandpa JP and pregnant great-grandma Eve, great-great-great-great-grandma. She was so funny. Could you believe it? Wow, she was so pretty in her 30s. I cannot believe it.
You're making me so mad.